Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Hortons return home in Horton Town Square. Tate joked with Aaron about Aaron being a schoolteacher's pet. Aaron denied the charge and said he would have other effects on his mind besides academy. Aaron was dissatisfied that Holly's mama would not let Holly go to Hop, and he was especially frustrated because he would ordered proposal donuts for Holly. Tate gentled Aaron on the shoulder and said he might be suitable to help Aaron with the problem. Johnny approached Chanel as she set up bakery particulars outside Sweet Bits. Chanel joked about eating ice cream for regale the night ahead but said that trend could not continue. Johnny believed she had been pertaining to the distance from Paulina, but Chanel clarified she would meant not eating well-balanced refections. Chanel was appreciative that Johnny had been concerned about her relationship with Paulina, but Johnny asserted that he'd back out and let the two of them work it out for themselves. When Johnny tried to stop Chanel from lifting one of the holders of baked goods, she also scolded him for getting into pater mode with her. After Johnny went inside Sweet Bits compactly, Chanel's favorite client, Felicity, approached Chanel with a plate of chuck. Felicity allowed. The chuck could be added to the bakery's menu. Chanel accepted the dish with a smile, but wavered on tasting it, since she felt squeamish. Johnny came back outdoors and noted Chanel's dilemma. He warmly saluted Felicity and offered to sample the chuck as the sanctioned Sweet Bits taste tester. As Felicity crossed her fritters, Johnny took a many mouthfuls of the chuck and gave it his enthusiastic seal of blessing. Felicity was pleased. After failing to learn Felicity's secret component, Johnny took off for a phone call while Chanel went inside the bakery. Tate and Aaron spotted Felicity standing at the table, and Aaron faked mock outrage that Felicity hadn't left any chuck for him. He introduced his family Felicity to Tate. Tate smoothly gagged with Felicity about having stolen Aaron's Eiffels from his lunch. Felicity, who had ignited the Eiffels, promised to make some for Tate, who responded with a fist pump. When Aaron stated that Felicity was going to be a chef eventually, she raved that she was formerly a chef. They talked about Felicity working at Sweet Bits in the future. Chanel brought out the proposal donuts she would made and presented them to a dejected Aaron. Tate seized the box and opened it. Chanel and Felicity were mutually puzzled as Tate asked Aaron to be Tate and Sophia's Hop date. They could go as a throuple, Tate blazoned, which Aaron snappily corrected to a friendly group date. Aaron claimed he did not want to be a third wheel and snarked about someone in the family courting when Felicity said she would be attending Hop the coming time with her swain. After further prodding from Tate, Aaron eventually conceded. In a private corner of the forecourt, Johnny took a call with a patron. He tried to convert the patron to let him stay grounded in the Midwest for a prospective job. The patron, still, wanted Johnny to dislocate to California. Johnny suffed and said he demanded further time to suppose it over. After Johnny returned from his call, he, Chanel, and Felicity gabbled about Felicity's favorite fashions before Felicity headed off for academy. Chanel commended to Johnny that she had made a decision and wanted to move forward with the gestation. She encouraged Johnny to open up and tell her how he felt. Johnny assured Chanel he'd support her and be by her side. When Chanel hugged him, he looked equivocal. Teresa madly saluted Brady at the cantina. He joked about her son, roses, and bubble goo address and wondered what had caused her good mood. With a smile, she talked up her good morning, including the fact that she had gotten back together with Alex. Brady belted his coffee and tepidly complimented her. He was curious as to what Teresa's new situation meant for Alex and Kristen, however. Teresa dismissed Kristen and Alex's fake hot mess of a relationship as a ploy to make Brady and Teresa jealous. Brady reprimanded Teresa about Alex and Kristen's plan having worked on her, and Teresa grudgingly admitted she might have overreacted. Brady was sorry that his holiday from Kristen was over. When Teresa asked him if Kristen stood any chance of ingratiating herself to Brady again, Brady declared, "Not a snowball's chance in hell." Teresa was glad to hear that, as she believed Brady merited better than a psychopathic maniac. Brady sarcastically thanked Teresa for putting him a step above a psychopathic maniac. Teresa unfeignedly assured Brady that he was a great Joe and that he merited someone great. Brady believed after all his once failures in love, maybe it was not meant to be. Teresa encouraged him that when he least anticipated it, love would find him. Brady made a crack about her chatting card aphorisms, and Teresa jokingly said perhaps she should look into greeting cards as a job occasion. Brady and Teresa's talk also turned compactly to Teresa's job hunt, which she was confident would turn a corner soon. Brady brought up how his rearmost job would include convoying Tate's hop. Teresa said she would been asked to chaperone, as well, and she joked with Brady about going to hop together. Brady promised to get Teresa a hideous lay, and she promised they'd moreover have a magical time, or it would turn into a horror show. Teresa just hoped no telekinetic kitties showed up at the cotillion to exact vengeance. Brady snarked that in Salem, that was a distinct possibility. They both lamented not going to their own hops and affirmed to each other that they looked forward to going to hop with you. Tate and Aaron made their way to the cantina. Outdoors, they broke open the box of donuts and participated them on the bench. Teresa, who was leaving the cantina, compactly gabbled with them and accepted a donut. After Teresa left, Tate assured Aaron their hop plans were fine, and he commended that he planned on giving Aaron alone time with Sophia after the hop regale. While Aaron liked Sophia, he did not want to make a move on Tate's date. Tate confessed that Sophia wasn't the girl he was interested in. When Tate admitted that Holly and he'd still been seeing each other in secret, Aaron was astounded and dubbed the brace Tateo and Hollyet. Although Aaron still had reservations about Holly, he agreed to keep Tate's secret. A thankful Tate asked Aaron to help plan a surprise for her, just as Brady exited the cantina. Tate snappily covered that he'd been talking about Sophia when Brady inquired about what Tate had said. When Brady blazoned that Teresa and he'd be attending hop, too, Tate originally allowed. Brady was joking. With an repentant smile, Brady verified that he'd be convoying, which regaled Aaron and slightly affrighted Tate. Maggie entered Alex's office at Titan and made a snarky comment about him being at work before noon. Alex snapped that he was not in the mood and asked what Maggie wanted. When she broached the idea of setting up an office at Titan for Constantine, Alex vehemently stated that no way in hell would that creep be working then. Maggie looked baffled and let Alex know that he'd no dominion over Maggie's conduct. After Maggie told Alex about her plan to set up a charitable trust in Victor's name, Alex clarified that she'd only be doing it with her half of the heritage. They argued about Constantine's implicit part in the adventure, and Maggie advised Alex not to fight her on the design. Alex and she were inversely in charge of the estate, and Alex might not like which battle she picked coming if he continued to repel. Alex conceded but advised Maggie that he'd be keeping an eye trained on her little con man. Maggie demanded that Alex give Constantine Teresa's old office. He smelled back a reply and reluctantly agreed not to beget a problem. A call from Julie intruded their tense discussion. Julie streamlined Maggie on the Horton house being successfully restored. Maggie complimented Julie but didn't feel agitated about the prospect of the family leaving. When she hung up, she had no choice but to tell Alex about the forthcoming departure of the Hortons. Alex was pleased at the news and spoke about continuing his due place in the family home, and Maggie wore a simulated smile. Alex reasoned that the manse was more suited for him than a small apartment was, and it was a better fit for his life. Maggie had assumed Alex would want to use his wealth to buy his own place.